Well, I don't mind just working hard. Sometimes it feels alright. As long as
I can't believe how this thing's idling. I've been walking around with it for like 3 or 4 minutes. It hasn't even burnt. It's just literally just idling there. But I've got over on this big log here. And I want to show you how to tune it. Hear how that sounds foggy? So you can see what went on there, hey? Like it was the high screw was quite a ways open, all right? And it was really bogging. And then I put it into the wood, full squirt, and then I tuned it in the wood. Because I've done that before. I've tuned a saw, where I brought it up to where it goes, and then back it off. What you'll hear is this. And then right when it's like screaming, you want to back it off so it barks a bit. It gets that kind of It's hard to explain, but you know what I'm saying. I know you do. So this is, I like to run them because I'm, you know. Oh. And you'll also notice when you turn your low screw too high, you'll either run on a bit or it'll take it a while for it to settle down. Watch what I mean. See how that just went? Whoa! Now, watch this. Watch. Like that. That's not bad. Like that. Hear that? Like that. It's a bit too high. Hear that? That's pretty nice. Okay, I'm going to show you this. Listen. This is the high screw. Listen to what happens. You hear that? Did you hear that? How it's sung up there? It's got room to go up. You don't want to take it too high. That sounds running awesome. I can't believe that. Just awesome. I reckon that'd be perfect. Literally, just perfect. If anything, the low screw could come up a teeny bit, or maybe the idle. Hear that? She's bang on now. Love this song. Woohoo! That's sweet, friends. Look at it. Hey? Look at that thing. What did I tell you about the chain, you see? You see? Well, it is loose. You can see it. It's borderline loose now. So it's you know, I don't mind running them if I'm just bucking. But if I'm limbing and doing other things, when I'm turning with the saw and spinning, you'll flip it for sure. This is a brand new bar, by the way. I was down at the saw shop today, getting a couple things. And we're going to be seeing this out in the field, friends. Hey, everybody, listen, I got to say something. It's nowhere near Sunday. The new subscribers that are coming in and saying, hey, I'm a new subscriber here and I'm liking the channel and thanks for helping me out with that filing, and I've been filing for a long time and this and that. You know what, friends? Thank you very much, and you're welcome. That's something I picked up many moons ago. There's so much stuff, you guys, gals, women, and children, on the internet. It's YouTube. I mean, there's so much stuff. You know, I just had a guy tell me, listen to this, friends, I gotta tell you this, okay? There's no negativity on this channel whatsoever. There's just none. I won't stand for it, and we all know that. And you guys are the same, which is just wonderful. A guy, he said, Buckin, he says, I've been logging for 20 years or something. I've been running PowerSaw for 20 years, forestry, firewood, the whole gamut. And he says, I classify myself as a pretty good filer. He did. This is exactly what he said. He said, you know what? That technique you showed on your video, he says, changed it for me. He says, I love it. He says, it changed my cutting. He says, I'm enjoying cutting again. That's what he said. He said, it's made me like a new something or other for cutting. It's like, friends, come on. Like, this doesn't have to be hard, friends. I've seen people struggle with this stuff for years. I can't watch somebody struggling with a power saw. I cannot watch it. Somebody cutting slow with a great big power saw, and it's like I could walk up with a 1010 beside and cut faster than them. And I'm not saying that for any other reason. That it's all in the filing, my friends. It just is. Everybody thinks you crack my rakers off with, I just bust my rakers off with a set of pliers and start cutting. That's a crock. That's a crock. You know, we all joke around, and I get it, you know, and everything, but friends, it's in the filing. So thanks, pal, for that comment. I share whatever I know. I never grew up with an old man showing me nothing, so I had to figure it all out on my own, and I'd run into good guys, and I'd be the kind of guy when I was starting out. I remember this old Fred, bless his soul and rest his soul too. He was one hell of a guy, and people who are watching this know me. They know who I'm talking about. Freddie, he was down on the dryland sort when I was just starting out. And I walked up to him and I said, Fred, hey, have you got a second? He used to drive around on a little, he was a buckerman. He was a buckerman on a dryland sort. And he used to drive around with a little quad and his power saws in the trailer and that and go buck logs. He was just an awesome guy. And I said, Freddie, I said, you got 2 seconds there? Because I was cutting firewood, off on the back 40 there. They were letting me do it. It was my first big firewood contract, years ago. And I said, Fred, hey, I says, I'm getting about 4 or 5 filings out of a file. Does that seem about right? He goes, that's about what I get. Yeah, he says, they're not, you know. And okay, good. This guy's been on a saw his whole freaking life, this guy, okay? You know, so and I watched him run. He knew what he was doing. You could tell by watching him. It was awesome. So anyways, and then another thing I said was, hey, Freddie, when I file, am I doing this right? Like, I just quickly took 2 seconds of his time. You know what? He was just like, yeah, that looks good. You want to make sure you get that gullet out of there. Get that down. Don't just, you know what I mean, friends? Just go to the source, people. You know, I'll tell you something. I'm going to be very honest right now. My plan wasn't to open up a YouTube channel and to start a YouTube channel. That was not my plan. I didn't plan on it. But it evolved into this. And then when I saw some of the stuff in my genre, what was going on and what people were telling people to do, and saying this is how you do it and this is the proper way to do this and that, and I was like, oh my, it was almost a bit of fuel for me to hopefully help somebody out. Seriously, friends, I'm being honest. So, but again, don't get me wrong, I know it's YouTube, that's what it is, you know. So I'm gonna upload this video. And I'm so happy with that old power. So 30-inch bar on that. You know, I usually run 32, but it was a good deal on a 30-inch bar there that I grabbed, and it's beautiful. It's brand new. Look at it, friends. Hey. So listen. You know what I mean? Hey. But I'll tell you something. Before I go, I wanted to thank all the new subscribers. I really like when you guys come in. And I know some of you are watching and you've been watching for a while and you don't comment and you just kind of whatever. I get it. I understand that. But don't be afraid to sign in here and have a chat with us all. We're all friendly people. You know, this is a good place. And to the people that say, hey, Buckin, I'm new, and you know what, thank you for doing that. Thanks for letting us know who you are. We really appreciate that. That was my thing last Sunday. I said, you know, let us know who you are. You know, so we're all kind of lifting each other up here and helping each other out learn. You know, it's time to learn the right way and the easy way. Not the right way, just a different way. You know, an easier perhaps way. You know, this fellow was, you know, been considered himself a pretty good filer, and he says, you know, I'm cutting faster now, and it's made it fun again for me. He said, well, what's the matter with that? That's pretty cool. So I love YouTube for that. You know, there's so much on YouTube. You know. You know, and then there's the other end of it. Some guy just recently, like today probably, he knows who he is. I don't say no names, but you could tell he wasn't a subscriber, and he was just poking around, and he said something, just something, and it was completely wrong. Like it wasn't even what he saw, wasn't what he saw. Like it wasn't. He just did. So, you know, then as a creator, you know, what do you do? I've never justified my existence to anyone. I've never said, well, it's because of this and that, or it's because. Give me a break. I don't do it, friends. I don't. So, you guys know that. I mean, you know, you do. But and then, you know, I could just. My mama never raised no dummy, friends. Over and out, friends.
As the years go by, the less I try to afford the luxury